Not even Rome was built in a day, and anything that's worth having is worth what it takes to nurture and cultivate. So let's dip on into what we left off last week, which was where we discovered a pipe in the middle of the garden bed. Hi, I'm Carrie and welcome back to my garden. I started this garden project for a few reasons. Because really, I wanted to grow my own food. It has been a dream of mine and one that I've taken seriously, especially since this pandemic. And it really has been quite an interesting ride. I come from a long line of farmers for generations. Haven't we all, really, when we come to think of it? And so the fact of the matter is, being close to the land is something that we should all ascribe to. As you can see, I'm right next to the roadway. But if I can grow it in an urbanized setting, in a dry desert setting, then anybody can. As someone who works in food, creating recipes, teaching people to cook, and all these wonderful things, using food as a means to enhance and enrich people's lives, as well as in my coaching, it was important for me to find a way to learn how to grow my own food from seed to table. One, because I could be able to get food when I wanted to grow it how I wanted to, and to even have that experience with my child, for him to understand just how much a wonderful opportunity it is for us to be able to grow and tend to our own food. At this thing for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, transforming this gravel and concrete yard into a yard with no concrete and a pipe and less gravel and lots of sand. We packed it up tight with dirt. My neighbor had a construction site going on, and so these were things that were to be thrown out, so we salvaged a few things, including that table. We've been collecting pallets, and these are gonna be used for things like these little beds, because I want to maximize my growing space, growing not only in ground but also in beds, raised and otherwise, as well as pots, because I'm coming from gravel and it's a lot of work to get rid of all of the gravel. These otters are from dried seed. This row of 6. These are all store-bought. To try and improve the quality of the really crappy soil that I have, as well as trying to make an elixir. This one is with eggshells that have been washed thoroughly, and I'm blending it with water to put on my tomatoes, because I'm growing things in pots and containers while I'm prepping the garden bed until the soil comes, which will happen soon. And here is my one bag of, sorry, that's not one bag, that's 1 yard of, I don't know what kind of soil this is. This is supposed to be Aruba mix, and I bought it quite expensively from the garden and lawn care store, the plant place in Aruba. called Fantastic Gardens. I got this and we decided that I would try the lasagna method. See, I've covered up now the pipe with, packed it up with all of that dirt that was still there. So I packed it up and I put those stones to mark where the pipe was, and we put cardboards. We removed all the papers. So that's that. Wet the cardboards to lay flat, soak them through, then spreading this soil, which is filled with donkey manure. The soil is filled with all sorts of additives, including something that looks like charcoal and donkey manure. And it's Saturday morning and I'm in my brand new garden right behind me, my brand new kitchen garden, and things looking really messy at this point in time, but I'm still excited, so excited. I'm transplanting things like garlic. You have the close-up of this first. So here we are trying to mulch because I saw that all of the soil that I put down was really going all the way all over the place, and I didn't want to lose all the soil because it's loose. It's just been trucked in, and it was really not great quality soil. It actually was not good quality soil at all. These were scallions that we had cut from and collected. So we're planting those. And this is this bed after it had been mulched. I moved some pots in the middle to try and save the soil. And I would live to regret that. Now, a few days later, we had planted radishes, seeds by seeds, and the seeds have come up. The garlic is looking very well. Those are the radish seeds. So life is happening. It's time now to look at the tomatoes, give it that elixir that I blended up, air flowing as good as possible. And I also have to top up this with more soil so that it will have more surface area to get even more. So this is pretty much what I do. I cut some of the lower leaves as well as a lot of the leaves that were below the blooms. And that was quite an undertaking. I also started fondling the flowers to hand pollinate, use a paintbrush as well. So these are the leaves that I've cut off, and you see there's a lot more airflow. You can actually see the 3 distinct plants in the, that is a really huge pot anyway. So I've snipped quite a bit of branches away from all the tomatoes. So now we have lots of airspace, lots of airflow. I'm trying to grow tomatoes, not leaves. So snipping them down is important. I do the same thing for this one as well. And so we're just gonna top up this one with some soil. After pruning these trees a few days ago, as you can see, the first tomato has come out to play. So the experiment worked. We'll see how the rest will actually open up. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Like this video. If you haven't subscribed before, please do so now. Please also share with your friends and anybody who wants to be inspired to start a garden. If I can do it, anybody can. And this is my final design, incorporating my footpath, covering the electrical wire